خلال الأسابيع الماضية شهدت ولاية لوس أنجلس الأمريكية انعقاد جلسة فكرية شارك فيها العديد من العلماء والمبلغين البارزين، فقد تحدث في هذه الجلسة الناشط الديني الشيعي حجة الإسلام والمسلمين السيد مصطفى القزويني عن موضوع الإسلام والتطرف الذي أصاب المجتمعات الإسلامية. واعتبر السيد القزويني في حديثه الاستبداد والجهل والانحراف عن الإسلام الحقيقي بأنهما من الأسباب الرئيسية لظهور التطرف في المجتمعات الإسلامية.
فضيلة السيد مصطفى القزويني هو أحد علماء الدين البارزين في الأوساط الشيعية، له نشاطات واسعة ومستمرة في مجال التبليغ والتعريف بقيم وتعاليم أهل البيت صلوات الله عليهم وعقائدهم الإسلامية الصحيحة، وينطلق في ذلك الهدف من حرصه وسعيه الحثيث في إيجاد ثقة متبادلة بين الغرب والإسلام تقوم على أساس الإنصاف والموضوعية. فيؤكد السيد القزويني دوما على إحياء القيم الإسلامية في بلاد الغرب، ويعتبر ذلك هدفا مقدسا طالما أكد عليه سماحة المرجع الديني الكبير آية الله العظمى السيد صادق الحسيني الشيرازي دام ظله في أفكاره وأطروحاته. وقد شارك السيد القزويني في منتديات ومؤتمرات فكرية مختلفة بتوجيهات من المرجعية الرشيدة ساهم فيها بتوضيح حقيقة العقائد الإسلامية الأصيلة من وجهة نظر أهل البيت صلوات الله عليهم. وفي واحدة من هذه المؤتمرات الحوارية في لوس أنجلس وجه القائمون على المؤتمر دعوة لحضور 4 من الشخصيات الإسلامية للبحث في إحدى وأهم القضايا المستجدة والساخنة التي تهم العالم الإسلامي بخصوص نظرة الإسلام إلى التطرف، حيث طرح القائمون أسئلة كثيرة على المدعوين ال4 بهدف كشف حقيقة الإرهاب والتطرف وجذورهما في المجتمعات الإسلامية. حجة الإسلام والمسلمين السيد مصطفى القزويني هو أحد الشخصيات ال4 التي بحثت عن جذور الإرهاب ونشأته في المجتمعات الإسلامية. فمن وجهة نظر هذا الناشط الديني أن ثمة عوامل مختلفة ساهمت في تبلور الإرهاب، منها وجود الأنظمة المستبدة الفاسدة والجهل بتعاليم الإسلام وقيمه الأصيلة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I'm not going to tell you or lecture to you about the peaceful nature of Islam. I'm going to focus within the few minutes that I have about why we have extremism and radicalism emerging from the most peaceful religion in the world. What factors and elements contributed into the creation of what we see? I believe there are Islamic extremism, so-called Islamic extremism, is the product of Islamic dictatorship and totalitarianism that had been exercised for many centuries until today. As a result of this dictatorship, when a Muslim ruler believes that he's intrinsically cultivated to rule, he is born to rule, and with iron fist, and not only to rule, but he's representing God on earth. Whatever he's saying and he's doing, this is the will of God, and people have to accept that and live with that. He's representing God. Islam, a religion that believes in a pluralism, فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. Main principle in Quran, whoever wants to believe, let him believe, do so. Whoever wants to reject God, let him do so. We don't coerce anyone to believe. This was the principle and the teachings of Muhammad, peace be upon him. But today we find the absence of pluralism, absence of democracy. We have to submit in certain traditional Islamic societies today. They look at it as being a religious duty to submit, not to the will of God, but to the will of the president and the leader, the political leader. Definitely we're going to have some people who are going to be sedated by this type of thinking, and some people like ISIS, Al-Qaeda are going to revolt against this. This is one reason. The absence of democracy from most of the Muslim societies. Today we have 55 countries with Muslim majorities. The vast majorities of those 55 countries are non-democratic, anti-democratic. The other reason for this, for the emergence of extremism within Muslim societies, is misguidance and ignorance. Do you know, my friends, that most of the Muslims, they learn about Islam only once a week for only 15 minutes or 20 minutes when they go to the Friday service? That's the only venue for them, for the vast majority of them. I'm not speaking about the educated. I'm speaking about the lay people. They go to the mosque to listen to the sermon. In most countries, these sermons have been given to the imam or the preacher by the government to praise the government, the sultan. Most of the scholars, not all of them, most of the scholars in most Islamic countries, they work not for God, they work for the government, for the sultan. So these factors of these elements, different elements of misguidance, not understanding the true message of Islam by the Muslims themselves. Muslims, they lack critical studies of their own religion. They lack that. Because they don't have the freedom, they don't have the facility. If someone wants to speak his mind, he's under arrest. This is why we have these waves of immigrants leaving Muslim countries, heading to North America, to Europe. Many of them are drowning in the Mediterranean. Not because of the economic factor that my previous speakers, they referred to. Not only the lack of economy, but also the lack of dignity and human rights in many Muslim countries. This is why we have extremism. And until we eradicate dictatorship, we would not be able to put an end to extremism in the Muslim world. This is a disease. This is a cancer that is spreading day by day. The Americans, the Europeans, they want to fight Islamic extremism and terrorism, but they have good relationship with some dictators in the Middle East. They consider them to be their allies. It does not work like that. We have to pay the price.